Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Tar Heels ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Complete to start this drive. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. What does a top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Walker will fire. Flips it out in the flat. Turns it on at midfield. Hits the afterburners. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. He wants to change this route. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Thanks to grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Use it now. Use it now. Come on, set.
Walker to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. And likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
On the run, it's Smothers. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Lopez to pass. The short hands, it smothers. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Tar Heels are flying down the field. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Going to the running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try it over the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. He's at the 10. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Running to the left. He's loose at the 15. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 30. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Texas A&M is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Kyle Field, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Washington. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Here's a heat. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Lopez wants to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The give. Breaks into the open. He's piled up 112 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught behind the line. It's Rigby. Crosses the 45 out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Rigby. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Walker will fire. There's the pressure. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. That's caught. It's shipped. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Smothers. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Fleming. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Gets the back moving. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Give to the running back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Tight end now in motion. He'll keep it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on fourth down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
Give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
North Carolina.
And I love when you make no bones about it. Bring in the beef, all the tight ends, the extra offensive linemen. Give it to the fullback. Let him plow ahead. You knew it was coming, and you couldn't stop it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the Swamp. They're up by a field goal over Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Walker to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's reeled in. It's Rigby. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Fights off the defender. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
The Buckeyes will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Rigby. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Walker will fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tar Heels. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Walker to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it first and 10. Might be changing the route. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, first and 15 for this offense. Looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Walker will fire. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are and what's likely the final play of the half. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just enough time for one final play in this half. These corners going to give them some space. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move to keep running. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Carolina, 14.
And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And North Carolina offense will take over. First and 10.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. On the move is the 30. There he goes. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Might as well give it to him again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Lopez to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Ship. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, that's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right. But a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body turned around to help him make an accurate throw.
Punt is in the air. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On the move. Oh, he's got some space. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. With the catch, it's Peoples. Gets it out across the 40, stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They boot it away on 4th down. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll leave it with him. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First down here for the offense. Back to the ground game on the left. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Lopez wants to fire. Catch in the middle, it's French. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Handoff to the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Steps away to find some room. Creates a little room. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, you saw it on that play.
He'll do it himself. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Lopez to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that's going to tie it up. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one right now in Gainesville. They're up by a field goal over Miami. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying the left side. Breaks the tackle. Knocked down in the backfield. And, boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Fires one high and deep. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is... Will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a 1st and goal there. Slams it ahead. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Got a tight game so far in this season opener. Big play coming up right here. It's 3rd and goal. Walker to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. So they were able to put up a 3-spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be dragged down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. And you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Lopez wants to fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it down the right side. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in. They've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Ship. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. Keep this drive alive.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Ball. Shakes off the defender. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll give it to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give as they work on that clock. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. A first down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Walker will fire. Got some room headed to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. The inside handoff. And he's dragged down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida is just getting dragged through the swamp today. And this fan base, who's so used to doing that gator jump, they're making other gestures today. They're trailing by 14 to Miami. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. His drive will open from the 15. These corners backing off a bit. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hayes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Lopez to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation, but they're going to get the win.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Schipp. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.